Hello, that's Greg.
Hello.
I'm Jason, and today it's part 2 of our top Christmas presents from the 1980s series. Tell you what, glad we're in here. It's cold out there, didn't it?
Oh, it does, doesn't it? I'll tell you what amazes me though is, that was a fire last week.
I know, I knocked that out and put a window in.
Did you? Did you forget your Christmas jumper today as well? I mean, you had a go at me for mine last week. What are you doing here? Popeye?
I used to watch Popeye at Christmas.
No, fair enough. Do that up there, it's cold.
Oh no, yeah, freezing.
I can't believe we've gone from a fire to a snow scene.
We're inside, Greg. It's a window.
And it's quite warm today, actually, isn't it?
Anyway, Greg, this is part 2 of our top 80s Christmas presents. It's been a while.
It has, yeah.
So,
Where is it again?
it's camouflage.
There it is. So.
We're up to 1983. If you remember last time we did the first 3 years, now we're at 1983.
Yeah.
And what was the top selling toy in 1983, Greg? Have a guess.
No, I need a clue. You've got to give me some clue. I really like this game, but I need a clue. Go on. What? No, you don't have to give me a clue like what it is, like what genre, or what's it?
I would say it was marketed towards girls in the 80s, because once again that was allowed then. They had a birth certificate.
Oh, Cabbage Patch.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Now, I don't own any Cabbage Patch.
Oh, is it a picture?
So.
Yes, you do.
So here's a picture of one. I did actually own some Cabbage Patch dolls, but
They're really expensive, aren't
sold
they?
them on eBay.
You mean you didn't bring them in here?
No. If you remember, Greg, we did a little episode about Cabbage Patch dolls and the fact that the idea was allegedly stolen, and the evidence for it is quite.
You said
quite
stolen.
Good. Stolen.
Yeah.
That's for you. So the Cabbage Patch Kids were invented by Xavier Roberts, or were they? Did he steal them from somebody else? I'll put a link to the video that we did somewhere. Go and decide for yourself. It was registered with the United States Copyright Office in 1978, and the first dolls went into production in 1982. Obviously, they became the biggest selling toy in 1983. Now, I think this was the first kind of instance of that Christmas madness.
You mean the rush into the stores?
Yeah, when people couldn't get hold of them and there was fighting and...
Because they couldn't get hold of it?
Yeah. So they were fighting in the stores over the last Cabbage Patch Kid on the shelf and all of that stuff. And there's news reports out there.
Oh yeah, they're smashing the windows. I've seen one of them.
It was horrendous. Since then, there's been lots of instances of that kind of behaviour at Christmas. And I often think, maybe not for this one, but I often think these days that it's just a publicity stunt.
Yeah, because I don't think basically this was just a thing that came out and everyone went for it, didn't they?
Yeah.
So they didn't make enough. It's as simple as that. Whereas if something comes out now, like obviously this year it's all Frozen, isn't it? So they know how popular that's going to be. So it's all out there ready to go.
Yeah.
They'll never suffer. Not like they did then.
They only do... What happens is the surprise Christmas hits, isn't it? Like Pie Face. That was a mega surprise hit because there was a video that went viral. And so you couldn't get a Pie Face for love nor money.
Oh, and that gum thing.
And they were going for stupid amounts of money on eBay. That's what is annoying. And there were people buying them on purpose to sell on eBay for an inflated price. But if people are willing to pay it, supply and demand, I suppose, that's business.
I was going to say, the boys' version was so much better at this.
What boys' version?
It's on that wall there.
Oh, you mean the version that took the mickey out of the Cabbage Patch?
Yes. I mean,
the garbage pail.
We just so happen we have it there.
Yeah.
On there.
On the wall there.
I mean, you can take it down if you want.
All right,
I don't mind.
The whole place isn't going to fall down now. Obviously, these were bred by the popularity of the Cabbage Patch Kids and the Garbage. This is the Garbage Gang, so it's a modern one. But Garbage Pail Kids were.
Oh, I know it's modern because it doesn't do that.
Yeah, that's how you can tell the older Garbage Pale kids to the newer ones.
Yeah,
The
you
older
told me that.
ones have a scroll that goes in an arch like that, and this one has a straight scroll. The more modern ones.
I mean, obviously, this wasn't for me, but I collected all them as a kid. It
I
was
have
a
them all too, and they, along with the Cabbage Patch Kids, they sell for a lot of money on eBay as well.
It's not quite true. They didn't bring dolls out then, though, did they?
No, I think more recently they have.
Have
but
they?
It was just a collection, Topps trading cards thing, wasn't it? 3 cards and a packet and a sticker chewing gum.
Why don't we do it? Why don't we start collecting even the new ones? I really want to get into, like a sticker book and do swapsies and things like that. Why don't we do that? So we could start in January when we film, and then by like Christmas we go, have we done it?
Because I don't know if they're out now, if there's another series out. We'll have to look what's around, Greg.
They've got to be out there, surely. I mean, they brought them out, didn't they?
Yeah, we'll see what's around.
Anyway, sorry, Cabbage Patch.
Top selling toy, 1983. According to Roberts, he was a 21-year-old art student when he came up with the idea.
I don't believe it. We all know the story, and I think it's...
And he first sold them at arts and crafts shows, which incidentally is where the other lady that actually invented them sold them. Top selling toy, 1983.
There's a list there, Jason, right? And I haven't looked at it, but I can see it's a list because it's got years on it there. So if you could move that, because I'm going to know all the answers then. Thanks.
There you go. That's Cabbage Patch Kids. I'll see if there's an advert floating around.
If not, get ready to spin.
Good parents make Cabbage Patch Kids.
The Cabbage Patch Kids. Each doll is different, and you can pretend to adopt them.
My baby has a real diaper.
You can love and care for them, like your very own.
You're a pal. You're the only one. I love you.
They're each one of a kind. They're Cabbage Patch Kids. You can give them all your love.
Cabbage Patch Kids are each sold separately. Each doll comes with a pretend birth certificate and adoption papers from Coleco.
Anyway, 1984, Greg, saw the rise of...
Is that Reginald Perrin?
No, Greg. It's a
The Rise?
toy line, huge toy line.
Oh, 80 what?
84.
It's not He-Man, is it?
No, but it's one of those types of toy lines that had a cartoon. Probably the original one that had the cartoon.
Oh, Transformers.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. In particular, this
Am I keeping these this week?
No, this particular Transformer sold the most. Optimus Prime. Now this is mine and it's a bit battered.
I have to say, I had this and it's I'm getting quite emotional that you're giving this to me now as well.
I can't even remember how to open the
But
back.
no one can see anyway because you've got the thing.
Oh, there we go. Oh my good God.
No one will ever get how amazing this is. I mean, it's the back of the lorry and open it up and look at that. The stickers are peeling and
There's Optimus. That's a properly 80s played with one, Greg. This isn't a replica or anything like that. It's a proper, from the 80s, G1 Optimus Prime.
I'm sat here a little bit sad.
Teary-eyed.
Yeah, because it'll just never happen again, will it?
I'm struggling a bit here, Greg.
Not much of a transformer, is it?
I might break it. There you go.
This is thrilling, isn't it?
There you go. There's Optimus.
He needs to get in there and play
fists
with
are
his
missing.
weapons.
There's loads of stuff missing off it. My stickers are peeling off. But it's from the right decade, Greg. It's not a replica or anything like that.
It is brilliant, isn't it?
Shall I tell you a little bit about Transformers?
Let's go back to that most annoying thing though, Jason. I was lucky enough to have quite a lot of these Transformers. Of course you did, Craig. But they've all gone. Been over the years. I don't need them anymore. That's what you do, isn't it? And I just cannot believe I've done it.
However, you had the joy of playing with them. And this is the collector argument, isn't it? There are lots of people who collect mint on card, mint box stuff, but it's never been played with. Now, the whole point of getting toys when you were a kid was opening that packaging and playing with them, isn't it, Greg?
Oh, I don't know what made me laugh then. It's just that you said it's never been played with.
Because you are immature, Greg. That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, back in them days, which isn't that long ago, but for us, it is a long time ago, isn't it? 30 years. You didn't. No one ever saved anything then. I don't know anyone.
Years ago,
I don't know. Oh my God. I don't know anyone that even collected stuff then. No one ever did. No one kept it in the packet.
If you'd have opened your Christmas presents on Christmas Day and there had been Optimus Prime in his box.
I know what you're going to say.
and your mum or dad had gone, nope, you can't open that.
Don't open it.
Don't open that. We're going to put it on a shelf for the next 30, 40... You'd have been on...
Do you know what? You know what clever people should have done is buy 2 of everything.
Yeah. But who had the money to do that in 1984?
Oh, we did.
Oh, of course you did, Greg. So the Transformers toy line was created mostly from moulds from the Japanese company
Mould?
Takara.
How do they make this out of mould?
Takara.
Doesn't smell mouldy.
And they were car robots and micro-change, micromans. Other toy moulds from other companies such as Bandai were used as well. And in 1984, Hasbro bought the whole lot. And that's when they were brought over here and reinvented, if you like, or rebranded as the Transformers. They then approached Marvel Comics to create the backstory for the Transformers.
Hasbro were the actual dogs. They were, weren't they?
So were Mattel and Kenner. Those big toy companies in the 80s were just fantastic.
I mean, I say Hasbro because of the wrestling figures.
Yeah. Short descriptions. They created short descriptions for each character and gave them their names. And the designs for the original 28 figures were made by Kojin Ono. I'm sorry if I've pronounced that wrong. Takashi Matsuda, Hideki Yoka. You know when you set off on something you wish you'd never started?
No, I'm glad you did. Keep going.
And a few others.
No. Name them, Jason.
Hiroyuki Obara and Satoshi Koizumi.
Well, I think you did quite well.
Thanks
there.
very much. Hasbro.
Yeah, of all the
them,
ones,
and they
you
can't
couldn't get
pronounce
Hasbro right. Oh dear.
Hasbro would go on to buy the entire toy line from Takara, and the rest is obviously history. Then the what was essentially a great big advert for the toys, the cartoon came out and led to all this being the best-selling toys of 1984.
I think it was one of them things, though, unfortunately, that it just got out of hand and there was too many.
Yeah,
G1. You know, you wanted the main characters, and then they started bringing all these other. It's all that, isn't it?
Yeah, and you know they're in business to make money, so that's what they did. I always wanted Megatron turned into the gun. Never got Megatron. Did you have that, Greg?
3.
Of course you did, yeah. Anyway, here's a Transformers toys advert.
Only the heroic Autobots can save Earth. Sideswipe, Grapple, Ratchet, Jazz, a whole army.
Evil Decepticons! Autobots transform!
Transformers, robots in disguise.
The evil Decepticons must be stopped by the heroic Autobots. The battle goes on.
This is a big year, Greg. 1985. I just went 1985.
Is that Band-Aid year?
No, that was 1984. Last year. Year before.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was 85.
No, 84.
I actually thought it was 86.
Number 1, Feed the World. And then Last Christmas was number 2. Never got to number 1.
See, I've said this earlier, I think we should do some episode on hits that never made number 1, because you will be shocked at the number 2s that never made number 1s.
Well, a couple of years ago, I set up a little Facebook page about getting Last Christmas to number 1 so that we had a proper Christmas number 1, and it was Last Christmas that never got to number 1. Well, this year, apparently, there are lots of people doing that because it's in the new film, isn't it? Last Christmas.
Wasn't the problem that he died when you...
No, I think it was the year after he died that we did it. Anyway.
Well, anyway, isn't it? Let's do an exclusive here, Jason. We're going to write one for next year.
We are going to bring out a Christmas song next year.
So if 200 people buy it, I reckon we could hit the
30
top...
or 40 quid.
No, I'm thinking the top 1,000. You know, or top 10 or whatever.
If we got in the top 1,000, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Let's do it. Campaign to make Tea and Toast number 1.
And we'll make it a proper Christmas song as
Proper
well.
Christmas.
We'll have tubular bells and jingle bells and kids singing in it and everything.
Yeah. And we'll go and stand on a cliff and film it.
And do this.
Saviour's Day. Yeah, so we're going to have a go at that.
Anyway, Greg, 1985, what do you think was the biggest selling toy?
Clue, please. 85. So the year before
Remember, this is the boom year of video games.
Oh, Mega Drive?
No. That was a few years later.
Oh, Master System?
No. What outsold Sega everywhere, Greg?
Nintendo?
Yes.
So, 85. It must be the NES then. Is it the NES? Oh, I didn't see you bring that in, Jason.
Had it under
Oh
my
my
coat.
god! It's the one with the gun.
I know. I don't think this particular set came out in 85. It may well have done.
I've just had a moment there when you brought this out. Honestly, because that's Christmas right there, isn't it? Wrapped up.
Now, I'm just going to interject here.
This is the last present as well, isn't it?
for
the
this, for today.
No. The last one you open.
All right.
This is the one that was always saved.
Don't
till
open
last.
that one yet.
Yeah,
Don't open that yet.
no. Oh, no, maybe the games would have been
Yeah,
after.
because if you open the game.
Oh, Jason, thank you so much for giving me that.
Anyway, I'm going to interject here because our UK viewers are probably sat watching thinking, well, I'm sure the Spectrum would have outsold that in the UK, and you're probably right. Our list is a worldwide list of best-selling toys, so these are the toys that sold the best worldwide that particular Christmas. If it were a UK-only list, I'm sure it would be very different, because for those who don't know, the home computer, the microcomputer, Spectrums and Commodores and Amstrads were far more popular in this country than games consoles. But the Nintendo did sell a lot in this country as well as overseas.
This says 1990 on this box.
Oh, well, that set didn't come out till 1990 then. The problem I found with these consoles, Greg, is unlike the Spectrums where you could buy a game for $1.99,
Could be the gun. Sorry, it's the gun. That's why.
the cartridges were £30 to £40 even back then, weren't they?
And that was a big jump, wasn't it,
Yeah,
from the
it was a lot of
$1.99 cassette?
So when we got one of these, we probably only had Mario and Duck Hunt with it, and then maybe borrowed a cartridge from a friend.
The gun never worked, did it?
Oh, it did, and recently the internet has gone mad because I might teach you something here. I don't know if we've already discussed it. Did you know that if you're playing Duck Hunt,
What? Sorry.
Duck Hunt,
Right.
that the other controller can control the direction of the things, so you can play two-player.
Wow.
It's phenomenal, isn't it?
I mean, it's not the best thing I've ever
It's not
heard.
life-changing, but there you go. I also have one of these at home, an NES Advantage joystick.
Look at
They're
it.
just brilliant.
Look at the pictures and that. Oh, do you?
You know, it was here for a while.
Oh, yeah, it was here. It's still in there, isn't it?
It's not. I took it home.
Look at the picture of them with the jumpers on and everything. I mean, it's just magnificent.
And the TV.
Is your arm hurting?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, it's like the ultimate present, isn't it? So when was Mega Drive and Master System out?
They were in the 90s. Well, Master System wasn't, but Mega Drive was, wasn't it? Master System was the rival to this. Mega Drive was the rival to the SNES.
Super
Because they
Nintendo.
were 32-bit consoles. These were 8-bit. And I still love it today. I mean,
Actually, I'm going to go out here on a limb. I didn't have this.
what?
No, I didn't have any of them. I didn't have Sega because I wasn't a Sega person, and we've established that. I was always Nintendo. But my first actual console was the SNES.
I probably didn't get this until 1990, like a few years after it was released.
But the reason it says 90 is proving that it lasted for that long.
Yeah.
Just kept going.
There is, of course, a whole other backstory to Nintendo about the video game crash in the US. It didn't quite happen over here, but Nintendo apparently saved the video game market with this console, because Atari and all that went straight skyrocketing when people first got games consoles in their homes, and then the bottom just dropped out of the market until this came along and Nintendo saved the NES. And the way they did that was they offered these on sale or return to retailers in America. So they said, look, take them. If you don't sell them, we'll have them back. They sold them all.
It's just a total teaching lesson, isn't it? Total teaching lesson.
So that's the end of the Christmas presents section for this week, Greg. Next week we'll have the rest of the years in the 80s.
No, I can do this.
6, 7, 8, 4 of them. Right?
4.
Well done, mate.
Will you be the one to witness the birth of the incredible Nintendo Entertainment System? The first to play with Rob, the extraordinary video robot. Batteries not included. He follows the commands you put on the screen, so you get to the dynamite before it explodes. Will you be the one to raise the incredibly accurate zapper and play games like Duck Hunt? Will you be the one to experience the Nintendo Entertainment System? Comes with Rob, zapper, control deck, 2 controllers, gyromite, and Duck Hunt.
that time again, Greg, when I'd like to bring you one of my self-written Christmas poems that I think really capture the mood
Capsulate.
of the season. And I hope that you at home enjoy them too.
I mean, I was moved last week, Jason.
And they share them with your family and friends to really get you in the Christmas spirit.
So something wasn't right last week. So, just see how this one goes.
Here's this week's anyway.
Okay.
The moon is right, the spirit's up. We're here tonight, and that's enough. The party's on, the feeling's here, that only comes this time of year. I'm simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
Brought tears to my eyes, that did, Jason. Tears to my eyes. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
You can almost sing it, can't you?
Simply having a wonderful Christmas.
Okay, let's get it over with.
The times I've heard that. Jason, where's my card?
A bit early yet, isn't it?
No.
Haven't got the cards out yet.
No, the card to read the joke off. You said every week you're going to get me it.
Oh no, it's just not high on my list of priorities, Greg.
Jason, why did nobody bid for Donna and Blitzen on eBay?
Who knows?
Because, Jason, they were too dear. Dear.
My true love sent to me. Do 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 8 ba 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 7. My golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
It's Christmas Wall of Fame time, Greg.
Standing in the Christmas.
Wall of Fame. Na 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 na.
See, we can just adapt to anything, can't we?
Yeah.
You wait till that Christmas song comes out,
Very
Jason.
adaptable. We've had some pictures sent in by our viewers, and we've had some belters, Greg. And the first one I'm going to feature, not just yet, is from Richard Hill, who has actually sent us a few pictures. The first 2 he sent us are from 1973, so I haven't included them on the Wall of Fame because we're going for 80s. However, I'm going to put them on the screen for you because they're belters. This is his older brother Andrew and his sister Deborah, and Andrew particularly loved his Wild West fort that he got in 1973. And just look at the decor in the house, 1973. Well, you can't, Greg, it's on the screen, I showed you earlier.
Oh, right. Well, don't ask me then.
I was telling them, not you.
Oh,
But then he sends us this picture, Greg, that you've got just there.
No.
Now, mate.
you can't really see it though.
Well, I'll put it on the screen. 1988, Richard received an Amstrad CPC 464 for Christmas.
That picture is not only phenomenal in...
It's
just
not only what?
Phenomenal. It's not brilliant in just like the scene. He's got the presents there, the tree there. It's just phenomenal because look at the curtains, look at the carpet, look at the TVs.
Well, that TV is obviously his present for his Amstrad.
Yeah.
But Mum and Dad haven't wrapped the TV. So, Richard, I'm guessing you came in on Christmas morning and went, oh my God, I've got a TV. And Christmas was
maybe
fantastic.
you opened that first.
Well, clearly, oh yeah, he might have already unwrapped it. But this is what I think happened. He saw that he'd got a TV and thought that was amazing. Then when he opened the thing on top, it was Amstrad CPC. It was like the best Christmas ever.
It's just brilliant. That picture is just... it's just a shame, isn't it, now? We were just saying earlier, the thought of getting you know, you don't need the DVDs have gone, video cassettes have gone, games that are $1.99 have gone.
Look at that pile of presents there. That's a relatively modest pile of presents that most kids in the 80s would have got. Now it's ridiculous. I have to leave a walkway through our living room to the kitchen. Well, we have to ask Santa to leave a walkway through our living room into the kitchen for the kids' presents because they get so much. Because I've got a big extended family, obviously, so they all give them presents, and it's just a pile of stuff that we never had.
So you get piles at Christmas, do you?
Yeah, regularly. Anyway, Richard, thank you so much for sending us your Christmas memories.
Just going up there now.
We'll get that on the wall before next week's episode.
It's gone outside.
No, it hasn't.
Oh, do you want me to get there?
If you've got any Christmas pictures you'd like to send us with a chance of appearing on the Christmas Wall of Fame, na 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 na, send them to this address. That's tnt@totgoo.com. tnt@totgoo.com.
It doesn't have to be in capitals.
No, it does not.
This is such a horrendous sign, isn't it?
Yeah,
Look at the
we've had it from the start, Greg.
We have had it from the start. Look at all the grease marks on your hair, aren't there?
Anyway, that's it for this episode. We'll be back next week with our final Christmas episode.
Is it?
Yeah.
We might have to throw something else in before
We
Christmas.
might do a little Christmas bonus for you. Anyway, to enjoy the last few years of our 80s Christmas presents countdown, you'll need to tune in next week. We'll see you then. Thanks very much. Goodbye.
Oh, thanks for watching. Subscribe.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. Goodbye.
Bye.